Hello, this is Ryan from Twin Ports Pickers, also known as the Duke of Digging. Hope we're having an awesome week. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Full-Time Picker, basically just showing you some cool stuff you picked up during his travels. I also like to educate you just a little bit throughout the video if you're a beginner or someone trying to get in this crazy resale game. I'm not an expert in anything, but if I can pass on some information, why buy what I buy, how my brain works, and it brings you value in any way, that's why I started doing these videos in the first place. I was in Cromwell going through a garage. Yes, absolutely, I was freezing. And then a front porch. That was some pretty cool stuff there. And then I headed on to Staples, Minnesota, where there was an antique, mostly advertising auction. Prices were pretty much insane. There was a couple pieces, if I sold something in the past for $300 and I watched it bring $1,000 at the auction, I know I'm a reasonable seller, but prices were crazy. I don't know if it's the time of year and maybe just because we're in the northern Minnesota that picking is just extremely slow or prices are that crazy. But yeah, it was pretty wild from beginning to end. But a lot of people came up to me. They recognized me or they've seen my videos. And when you're 2.5 hours away, that's kind of humbling and fun. So I met a lot of cool people, chatted with people. I had a great time. Let me flip this around and show you what I picked up. Right off the bat, you got the hotel lobby coffee urn. I find a couple of these during the year. People really like them for decor, especially if you've got a coffee shop, you've got to have this. Just like because the inside too, big handle there, and it's got that stoneware kind of crock inside. Fun piece to have. Up there, you got the Bud Light Lady Luck. That's the early 90s tin tacker. Nothing special there with that little Western sets, but I like the new old stock toys. Got a little vanity set here, and this had S-T-E-R in it. I thought it was going to be sterling, and that was just like the company. So I thought I had a $500 mirror, and now I have a $10 mirror. Then you got the railroad stuff. I got some cool railroad stuff coming up. Wait till you see this. But some brass keys. Then you got there's a Great Northern with the matching key. That's what you're looking for, the matching set, so you can use it. But brass keys, as you know, railroad keys you cannot sell on eBay. They will pull them, even though I'm sure there's some on there as we speak. You got the precision scale, the Voland, probably using like laboratories and stuff. Hard to see with the glare, but it's kind of a cool piece. Then you got the Woodstock typewriter. This is a great condition one. This will sell easily, but when they start getting rough and rusty, I try to pass on them. I know a lot of people pull these keys off and sell those too, so I guess it's got a lot of propriety sales possibly. And that is a soapstone zebra, weighs about 2 pounds. Kind of cool. That is some type of shelving unit, maybe a cabinet if you want to maybe hang in your bathroom, but it's got the ladies on it, the Victorian style ladies with their blouses, and kind of shows the sizes. Then inside here, it's kind of a little shelf, and then it kind of has more. Just neat enough just to buy. You got the walk signal little signs, and then you got the license plate topper there with the Pegasus. Howard Miller barometer desktop with the clock and everything. Nice little wood box. Little portrait of McKinley, so that's early 1900s, and I'm pretty sure he was assassinated. So, yeah, there's a presidential piece. Fitkers alert, a couple boxes, crates down there. When they say the Fitker sale, it says Duluth there. Usually would say brewery or beer. So those are probably prohibition areas. So you're looking at 20s to early 30s. And then this is neat little card stock. Like it says Deer Hunters Roundup, sponsored by Fitkers, Triad Fitkers. It's probably maybe in the Ashland area, but neat enough to buy, liked it. And then you got the National Iron Company. And of course you see why I bought it, because it says Duluth. First of the pieces of the railroad, Canadian National Railway. Wood. That thing is all of 12 feet. And I just love that look. I think you could put that anywhere. Loved it. So got some nautical decor. The float. Then you got the propeller there. Soup in 2-minute service. I think you just put the soup in there and kind of the cups kind of plug in there. Haven't tested yet, but we'll see if it works. And it was made by Himes. Neat. Then you got the small arms Winchester dovetail box. One of my favorite signs here, Palisades Amusement Park, and like ride the new Hurricane Flying Disc.
Palisades has the rides, Palisades has the fun. Come on over.
That was the clarion call for millions who made the pilgrimage to Palisades Amusement Park high above the Hudson River, straddling 38 acres of magic along Fort Lee and Cliffside Park. Since the turn of the century, it was transformed from a picnic grove to become a catalyst for one of the greatest outdoor attractions of the century.
And did you know they have free fireworks every Tuesday night? And I just love the paint, the scrolling on it. Great sign. Let's see where else were we down here. You got the Western 6-gallon crock. You know, I try never to really buy them with cracks. That'll save you a lot of hassle. Brass kind of mortar shells, and usually I think that they're all kind of marked with their caliber and sometimes dated and stuff on the bottom. So always check that out. A couple signs here. Absolutely no snowmobiling. You know, maybe that's for safety reasons. There's probably maybe low-hanging wires. I can understand that. I can understand this, though. No threesomes? I mean, I don't know. Does that need to be on a sign? Is that like when you walk in your front door, that sign's there, and then you're like, oh, well, then you know if you're in the right or the wrong place, I guess. I'm flustered now. What is that? Is that an anchor? Yes, it is. There's a little kind of ship's anchor. Up here, you got the Guinness collection there, little 4-piece set for the she shed or the man cave. I like that cheeky pints one. That's kind of cool. Then some really nice railroad stuff. Got that Sioux line. That's porcelain. Probably almost 4 feet by 4 feet. Got really good gloss. You can kind of see the reflection of it. Got some chipping around the edges, but the field is pretty good. Then no trespassing Sioux line, and then you got the Milwaukee Road, which is kind of, I don't know if it's the shorter version, but that is Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, and Pacific, which actually the Milwaukee Road got bottled by Sioux Line, and then Sioux Line got bottled by Canadian National. So I guess those 3 signs, ironically, came full circle. And then you got the Athena wood sign. Athena, that's what it is. That would be off the back of a boat, kind of a name sign. And then you got the Tech auto service. It's kind of a large one, not really high end, but I got it, and there it is. I was actually on the front porch, just kind of sitting against the wall. So here's the the picks, the most recent picks. A few decent pieces in here. I mean, when you're picking up threesome signs, I don't think you're doing that bad. Not a ton here, but this time of year, I am grateful for every piece I pick up, and especially, scratching my itch, doing what I do, loving what I do. So that is the picks. Really appreciate you watching another video. If you're like, Ryan, I got better stuff than this. I got lots of stuff you should come check out. I know you do. So go back to the main page. My phone number is there. Call me anytime. Text me. Send me pictures. Or just have me over for coffee. Like I always say, I like to look at people's collections and just kind of meet like-minded people in this business. I hope you're all staying warm. Thanks for watching. I'll put some links in the comments there to my website and other stuff you want to check it out. I really appreciate you sharing and liking this video. Kind of helps the algorithm, I guess, to get the word out. I'm not really a tech guy, but thanks for watching. We will see you on the next episode.